From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for January 29th, 2018. I'm Madison Neal.
And I'm Nathaniel Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us this evening. Good old-fashioned storytelling is an art that some people say has gotten lost in the modern world. However, for one weekend a year, Pike County is filled with storytelling in its many forms. Seth Carpenter gives us a look at this year's Pike Piddler Storytelling Festival.
We had one whole garden. There was nothing but corn and beans.
There are a few staples that Pike County residents can look forward to each year: the Pike County Fair, Troy Athletics, and the Pike Piddler Storytelling Festival. One of the trademarks at the Pike Piddler Storytelling Festival every year is Josh Goforth. Josh has performed at places such as the Grand Ole Opry and yet continues to come out year after year. I got to ask him why he continues to come out to this festival.
Well, first of all, I've been invited, which has been a wonderful thing. They keep having me back. And the other thing is I enjoy the people here. It's such a wonderful audience, and they get storytelling. You know, this has been going on for several years, and the audiences have come to, I think, love the storytellers, and I have such a great time here with the folks, and I think they kind of understand and connect with some of the stories I tell about growing up in the country.
And with storytelling being such a unique skill, I also got to ask Goforth about what got him into storytelling as a profession.
I never really officially started. It just always was a part of what we did where I grew up, and then I got invited to do a storytelling festival for the first time when somebody heard me perform, and they said, well, you're a storyteller. And I was like, well, I'm a musician who tells a few things about songs. But eventually I realized that I was kind of a storyteller, and we all are in some way.
Seth Carpenter, Troy TrojanVision News.
The Pike Piddler Storytelling Festival is presented by the Brundage Historical Society every year on the last weekend of January.
A man who marched alongside King during the Civil Rights Movement will be on campus this weekend as one of the featured speakers at this year's Leadership Conference celebrating African American history here at Troy University. Lewis, a Pike County native who currently represents Georgia's 5th Congressional District, will deliver the conference's opening address on Friday night in Sartain Hall. Lewis will be one of 2 congressional members to speak at the conference. Representative Terry Sewell, who represents Alabama's 7th Congressional District, will serve as the conference's luncheon speaker on Saturday. Organizers say that the conference brings people from all over to see what Troy has to offer in terms of leadership.
It is something that we have been doing for several years. It gives the opportunity to people in the community as well as those who are on campus to come together to learn about leadership, to collaborate on opportunities within the community, and to just give a bright light on the university and the things that we're doing here. So we're really excited about it this year.
Registration for the conference is now $40. Students can register for $15. You can register online at troy.edu/leadershipconference. Once again, the conference starts Friday night with Lewis's keynote address and runs through Saturday afternoon. Downtown shoppers were hunting for more than just bargains on Saturday.
The Chamber of Commerce encouraged residents to hit the shops on the square to participate in a scavenger hunt. Lauren Harkson has the details.
On Saturday, Troy residents came to the square on a search for not buried treasure, but a chance to win $500. The Pike County Chamber of Commerce sponsored the 3rd annual Downtown Troy Scavenger Hunt, but instead of simply finding where X marks the spot, it was a mix of clues and riddles.
The Chamber has given each store downtown a little card, and each business will have a clue and an item for the customer to find. And when they find it, we just sign off. Whenever they have finished, then they'll turn it into a bucket. From the bucket, they will draw, and whoever wins will win $500 downtown dollars.
The scavenger hunt is not only fun for participants, but it's a good boost for business as well.
It's definitely brought in more business. We have been very busy today. They are looking around the store to just find the item, but then also they'll see things they like, and then they'll go try them on and shop.
It brings people down here that might not otherwise come. It gets them to go around all the shops downtown and, maybe learn a few things.
And who better to learn things about Troy than those who live elsewhere? The scavenger hunt was not only for the residents of Troy, but was open to anyone willing to come.
Every store has been a store I normally wouldn't go to because I am not from here.
I don't live here, so it'd be a good experience to learn some more about the downtown.
Whether they're learning something new or meeting someone new, residents of all ages agree that this event is one to repeat a 4th time.
It was a nice event to get people out and introduce them to different items and the different stores.
It's really fun meeting all the people. It was really fun doing it.
The downtown Troy Scavenger Hunt is a way the Pike County Chamber of Commerce brought together both business and consumer. A revenue boost for businesses has turned into a fun day of searching and shopping for Troy residents. Lauren Harkson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The next big event in the downtown area will be an artist reception Thursday night at the Johnson Center for the Arts from 6 to 8 p.m.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening and welcome to your TrojanVision Sports. I'm Brianna Jones. The Trojan women's basketball team faced both Louisiana teams of the Sun Belt Conference in their last road trip and returned to Troy with a pair of wins. Saturday was a rematch of last year's Sun Belt Championship game. The Trojans defeated Louisiana Lafayette 62-55 in the Cajun Dome. Kayla Robinson scored 7 points in the fourth quarter to keep the Trojans in position to win the game. Robinson finished with 19 points and 10 rebounds, her second double-double in 3 games. She has now scored in double figures in 5 straight games. Amber Rivers scored 15 points in the game on 6 of 10 shooting. Harriet Winchester added 11 points for her 6th double-digit performance of the season. Troy returns to Trojan Arena to face rival South Alabama at 2 p.m. on Saturday in a whiteout game. The first 1,000 fans will receive a free rally towel, and the first 500 students will get a free whiteout t-shirt. The Trojan men were not so lucky on their Louisiana road trip, falling to both Sun Belt teams after a loss to Louisiana Lafayette on Saturday. Troy trailed by just 4 at halftime, and the Trojans were unable to contain the Raging Cajuns as UL Lafayette remained perfect in Sun Belt play with an 81-69 victory on Saturday. Fouls and turnovers did not help the Trojans at all. The Raging Cajuns shot 31 free throws compared to just 11 attempts by the Trojans. Troy had 20 turnovers in the game as well. Troy's offense was led by Jordan Vernado's 18 points. Up next, Troy will take on South Alabama this Saturday at 4 p.m. in Trojan Arena for a Jags versus Trojans showdown. The Trojan indoor track and field team traveled to Birmingham over the weekend to compete in the KMS Invitational at the Birmingham Crossplex and had a pair of top 3 finishes in the meet. India Somerville finished in 3rd place in the shot put, and Niada Alexander had a 3rd place finish as well in the 400-meter dash. Up next, the Trojans are scheduled to travel to Winston-Salem, North Carolina to participate in the Camel City Invitational starting on Friday. Even if it feels like it's winter outside, it's already time to start talking about some baseball. The Trojan baseball team is preparing for their 2018 season and held their first official practice on Friday. Nick Brooks was at Riddle Pace to catch all the action.
The Trojan baseball team kicked off their first official practice of the spring on Friday, and the focus point for the team is to steadily progress over the next few weeks leading up to the season opener. And head coach Mark Smart speaks on the future of the season.
We've got 3 weeks to get ready, and I'm confident our team will do that. Look forward to seeing where we start and where we can take this 2018 team to.
Players Brandon Lockridge and Chase Smart are ready for the season to start, but know they still need a tune-up before opening day.
Here we are 3 weeks out. First practice is today. I think everybody's kind of anxious and excited for the season to start, but we're taking it one day at a time and trying to get better. I think fundamentally we just need to work on the basics, not trying to do too much, get out here and every day try to improve on something.
Being more comfortable and having more confidence in ourselves. That's everything else. We got the talent, we got everything we need. And now we just got to believe and have confidence in ourselves to play.
After a 31-25 record and a 1-game appearance in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament last season, the Trojans have high hopes for a Sun Belt Conference championship this season.
This is a new season. It's a new team. We've got a lot to be excited about. We've got a lot of key pieces back that I really like, and got some great first-year players that I think are going to be really good for our team.
And one of our goals this year is 6-1-18, which is June 1st. We want to be playing in a regional, and that's our ultimate goal, is to be playing in June. But you can't get there without winning the first game, so we're going to focus on each game individually, and we'll look at the big picture once that time comes.
The Trojans start their season at home against UT Martin February 16th at 6 p.m. at Riddle Pace Field. Nick Brooks, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Once again, the team will play their first game when they host UT Martin Friday, February 16th in Riddle Pace Field.